The human heart is made up of four chambers, two atrium and two ventricles, partitioned by the interatrial septum and interventricular septum. The right and left atrium are receiving chambers for blood and are located above and to the right of the corresponding ventricles. The ventricles are the ejection chambers and pump blood into the systemic circulation and to pulmonary circulation. This is the primary function of the heart chambers, that is to receive and pump blood. It also ensures that the blood goes through the pulmonary circulation for oxygenation before entering to the systemic circulation, which is enabled by a system of valves. All the four chambers are seen from the anterior view. This surface, also called the sternocostal surface, is mainly formed by right ventricle above and towards right is the right atrium. The right atrium border and the right surface of the heart is entirely formed by right atrium. The right atrium receives the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. It also receives the coronary sinus. The right atrium communicates with the right ventricle by the tricuspid valve. Above and towards left is the left atrium, separated by the interatrial septum. This left atrium is also slightly posterior to the right atrium, and hence only a part of it is seen in this view. Moreover, it is overlapped by the aorta and the pulmonary trunk anteriorly. The upper part of the left border of the heart is formed by the left atrium. The left atrium receives the four pulmonary veins on its posterior wall. Inferiorly, it communicates with the left ventricle through the mitral valve. The left atrium, externally from the ventricles from the atrioventricular groove, also known as the coronary sulcus. This groove encircles the heart and can be traced in the interior as well as the interior surfaces. On the anterior view, it runs obliquely downwards and towards the right through the inferior border. The two ventricles form the outflow chambers of the heart. They eject blood into the systemic and pulmonary circulation. The right ventricle is seen below to the left of the atrioventricular groove. It forms a major part of the inferior border of the heart. It is separated from the left ventricle and the interventricular septum. It communicates above with the right atrium to the right atrioventricular orifice and is guarded by the tricuspid valve. It is also connected to the pulmonary trunk to the pulmonary orifice, which is bounded by the pulmonary valve. The left atrium forms a major part of the inferior surface and the left border of the heart. The apex of the heart is located at its inferior end. On opening these chambers, it is found to communicate with the left atrium to the left atrioventricular orifice, which is bounded by the mitral valve. It also communicates with the aorta to the aortic orifice, which is bound by the aortic valve.